psychology of self-improvement. What I would like to share to you today is the psychology of self-improvement in leadership. Ano ba definition ng leadership? What is leadership? Maraming form ng definition ng leadership. Some are napakaganda, some are poetic. But to me, simple lang naman ang ibig sabihin ng leadership. Taking responsibilities. If you don't take your responsibilities, then you are a follower or you're not a leader. Now, at the end of this discussion, marami kayong matututunan ng important features or principles about leadership. Number one, you will be responsible. Number two, once you become responsible, you will become motivated with your actions. Number three, ang maganda doon is that you will have a sense of directions in your life. And number four, you will have faith on what you're going to do. So, just interact with me or listen to me as I go on. Okay, let us go on. By the way, meron nga pala akong kodigo dito. This is just only a note or a rough draft para ma-follow ko lang yung pointers. Okay. What I would like to share to you is the leadership about in a specific industry. Remember, sa industry, maraming form yan. It could be business, it could be a form of different services. But what I would like to share to you today is a very specific area of business that you can actually apply this. It's actually called network marketing. Oh guys, pag narinig nyo naman siguro yung network marketing, baka sabihin nyo na it is negative, it is the most depressed industry, and also the same time, maraming nasusunog about this industry and maraming failure. So kung tatanungin niyo ako, Chris, isa ka ba dun sa failure dun sa industry nyo? To tell you honestly, before I was a failure in this industry, I need to realize na meron pala akong responsibility na dapat kong gawin in order for me to become successful in that industry. And one of the most important factor that I have learned is leadership. Taking responsibility at your own doing. So, let us continue on in discussion. When people hear you talking about the psychology or yung tinatawag nating network marketing, believe me guys, they will stay away from you because sabi ko nga, ang tawag nila sa network marketing are dream chaser, dream catcher, or yung nananaginip ng gising sa araw na ini-imagine niya yung sarili niyang mayaman na siya, may kotse na siya, may bahay na siya, tapos mag-network lang siya ng konti, kailangan niya ng kumita ng malaking pera. Pero at the end of the day, he's still in poverty or kahit pamasahe man lang o pagkain, wala. So, kung isipin nyo, talagang walang mangyayari sa'yo if you will just keep dreaming on o kung hindi mo ita-take into action. But remember, nag-umpisa sa dream yung mga naging successful na tao. So, if you have a dream, sabi nga, take massive action. And that is true. Pero, kung gusto mo ma-realize yung dream mo, you need specific skills or character that you need to build. And that important factor is what we call the psychology of leadership or self-improvement in developing leadership into your own behavioral aspect. Because we believe if you don't sense the leadership in you, then I'm sorry to say that in this industry, na network marketing, kung you won't be responsible or take a serious action, wala mangyayari. Just like me, na lagi ko na lang inaasa sa iba yung responsibility ko, walang nangyari sa akin. So, Let me continue on. I would like to share to you a story, a very relevant story, kung paano nag-start yung network marketing. By the way, itong share ko sa inyong tao na to na nag-network, he is considered one of the pioneer or the greatest networker in the world. So, let me share to you kung saan siya nagsimula. Nung nagsimula itong taong to, pinanganak siya dito sa mundong ito. He was born in extreme poverty. He was born, pinanganak siya sa pinakatalagang mahirap na kategory. He was not even known na pinanganak pala siya. And because of his extreme poverty, syempre yung iba magre-regress na. But iba itong taong to. Ang nangyari sa kanya, kahit extreme poverty siya, ang ginawa niya is that he rise from his situation and doon niya na-discover. His upline actually taught him the art of networking. And he recruited 12 people. It mind that he need to recruit 12 people in order for him to leverage. So what he did is that he will go out with them sa mga ordinaryong araw. What he will do is that he will talk to them, he will play with them, he will actually sabay-sabay pa silang kumakain. So, nasa-sense mo na talagang importante yung ganung pamamaraan because without communicating with your leader or with your distributor or with your friend, magiging futile yun. So, he really sensed this urgency that I need to communicate constantly. And actually, that is the basic form that he actually knew from the start, that building a basic communication with his 12 disciples is that he was actually indirectly training them. And his 12 leaders also sense it. Now, what he did in the long run is that he developed his front leaders. Dinevelop niya itong front leaders na to by not only staying with them, but he became an example on what he's doing. He taught them how to talk to people, tinuruan niya tong how to deal with people, tinuruan niya rin to how to deal with people who has this kind of thinking kung gaano ka negatibo. So he developed all these things. He actually patiently being with his 12 frontline leaders. Day and night, he was with him. He was with them. So makikita mo talaga yung sense ng responsibility. And then, this challenge as he go on, developing his frontline leader is their attitude. Nandiyan yung mayroong naiinggit, ayaw na magpatuloy, ayaw ng kumilos, gusto lang nila kung ano yung nasa comfort zone. But it doesn't bother him. What he did is actually, he taught them, tinuruan niya na maging compassionate sila, how to love each other, and then how to forgive each other. It is a basic sense of responsibility that he taught them how to do it. So, in him, he actually has this character. He has this kind of intuition that there's no shortcut of dealing with people. Kahit nasa internet age na tayo, napaka-importante pa rin yung you talk to people personally kahit naka-Facebook mo sila. So, this leader or this leader of his the leader of the 12 leaders of all, siya yung nagde-develop ng mga leaders niya, yung 12 disciples niya. Siya yung naging example. Kaya napaka-importante pala yung tinatawag nating communication, telling them and then comforting them. And not only that, is that he was with them the entire, kung hanggat maaari, he was spending time with them. So it is really important that he knew from the start that this kind of relationship with his leader, knowing him from the start, is giving them encouragement. So, however, nung dinedevelop niya itong mga leaders niya, maraming, not only that na-encounter niya yung ugali nila, pati yung emotional side. But it doesn't stop him. So, the toughest challenge that he encountered is, number one, their attitude and their emotional aspect. But, stop him of doing it. So again, may kodigo ako. Pero di bale, it's natural to have a kodigo because wala namang perfect presentation. Ito, nagkakamali din ako sa pagsasalita ko. Pero it doesn't hinder me what I would like to share to you at the end of this discussion. Okay, let us continue on. Why it is important that learning from the toughest challenge is you need to build a very strong network. Building a strong network is actually silang frontliner. Kung hindi ka mag-build ng strong network or strong leader in your frontline, believe me, you will not ever leverage in this kind of business. So first of all, when you sense there is the sense of responsibility is leadership actually. Pag na-sense mo na yung responsibility of doing those things, believe me guys, yung makukuha mong follower mo or makukuha mong mga partner mo, when they saw that you are also being responsible to your own thing, they will actually duplicate you. They will actually adopt the skills that has in you. Hindi ibig sabihin naman na pag diduplicate, gagayahin ka nila. Gagayahin, halimbawa ako yung downline mo, gagayahin ko yung character no. No. What I mean is that the character that you are teaching them to develop their own thing, yun yung kukunin nila. And they develop this strong sense of responsibility in them that they knew kung hindi nila gagawin, wala din mangyayari sa kanila. And that's the beauty of it. It's a form of a sense of responsibility that ignites their own responsibility also. Dapat pala maging responsible din pala ako doon sa mga gagawin ko. Once they sense that yung ganung character, believe me, it will become so spontaneous as you go on. Yung kapitbahay namin, tinatakulan siguro ng asaw. Anyway, katulad din ng animals, when they sense danger, they become so aggressive. And also in developing ability or developing skills, when they sense that you are to be responsible, it is very good for them, the adaptation, because they knew from the start that marami sila magiging benefits noon. And then kung wala sa kanila magre-remind, they will become so stagnant on what they're doing. So, building a strong network requires a sense of responsibility and a sense of your own doing to be an example of what you need to tell to other people. And then, I'm talking to you about the greatest networker is actually Jesus Christ. He becomes so compassionate with people. He will surely provide, just trust in Him. Pag sinabi kong trust in Him is that God will provide you with a positive, motivating force to help you grow in your personal and professional life. So, ibig sabihin nito, no matter how is your situation, in Him, He will provide everything. So, the psychology of self-improvement in leadership is actually sharing ideas, building relationship, and coming together as one. So, I hope that these short messages that I have videotaped gives an inspiration with you as we go on. By the way, every week magkakaroon po tayo ng bagong mga videos as we go on. I will share to you something about the psychology of self-improvement and different subject. Isa pa lang po to sa mga menu na ibibigay ko sa inyo. So, abangan nyo ulit yung susunod kong video about the psychology of self-improvement with different topics. God bless.